This is KRCG 13, live at 6.
Good evening. Charges this morning that the state auditor does not understand legal obligations and a suggestion that a deep state might be at work within the auditor's staff characterized Secretary of State Jay Ashcroft's public response to a scathing review by Auditor Scott Fitzpatrick. The audit targeted two areas of performance by the Secretary of State's office. First, it chastised Ashcroft for not turning over records from cybersecurity checks conducted by a third party of elections data in all 114 Missouri counties.
We're not in the business of going in and enforcing recommendations. We're there to provide the information to the public and to the legislature.
Ashcroft insists it had nothing to do with a willful lack of cooperation. He says his office had no authority to demand the security checks and had to agree with a, quote, vast majority of local elections officials not to release any information about them. Ashcroft says that put him in a legal bind.
All we said was, we won't make the decision, the state auditor won't make the decision, we'll go before a judge, and the judge will make that decision. The auditor refused to do that.
That agreement was impermissible. You know, you can't make a contract or an agreement as a state official that would put you in violation of a state law.
The second audit target was Ashcroft's decision last March to pull Missouri out of ERIC, the Electronic Registration Information Center. It's a nonprofit collective that purports to track voter movement in order to prevent voter fraud. The audit says Ashcroft failed to make an appropriate review of ERIC before bailing out. Ashcroft says it was a waste of taxpayer money because ERIC did not follow voters across state lines. He also believes ERIC was the creation of people with a left-leaning political agenda, and he told reporters the criticism in the audit, which he attributes to the auditing staff and not to Fitzpatrick, makes it easy to understand how people believe in the idea of a deep state pulling the strings.
These are political opinions under the guise of an audit report.
There is no political benefit from my perspective of trying to get into a fight with the Secretary of State's office.
I'm sorry we have to be here for this. This is not good government.
As it stands, Ashcroft's team still has not made the cybersecurity records available. Fitzpatrick says a court fight now is not a good use of his limited office resources.
And at the end of the day, the findings were valid, and that's the report that went out.
Fitzpatrick told Capitol reporters Ashcroft's status as a candidate for governor played no part, pro or con, in the audit findings.